Welcome all of you to the lecture series on computer networks. So, in this series, we are going to see the various aspects of computer networks. Computer networks, sometimes given as a subject, communication network, is studied by most of the undergraduate BE BTech students, engineering students. So, in this video, we are going to cover building of network, the module 1 of the computer network. So this module is basically divided into 4 sessions. In session 1, we are going to study about basics of data communication network. In session 2, we are going to study about topology. In session 3, we are going to study about fundamentals of internet. And in session 4, we are going to study about protocols and standards that are related to computer networks. So let us take a view of the basics of data communication network. Network. What is a network? So, network is nothing but when you want to connect more than a device, you can formulate a network. So, a set of devices, when has to be connected using some communication link, it is possible for you to formulate a network. So, networks can be the conventional networks can be of two types. One is called voice network, second one is data network. Voice network is nothing but our earlier PSTN network in which voice conversation was allowed there. And your data network is basically the information is going as a packet in the network. So our topic is confined to data networks. So in data networks, we are trying to connect nodes more than one. That can be either a computer, printer, or any other device that has a capability of sending or receiving data, as well as it can generate data as a sender and receive the data when generated by the other people in the network. So this is possible by creating proper link between the nodes. So these nodes are also called as end systems, host or end devices as per the terminologies used by various renowned textbooks on computer networks. So the links can be the link that connects the nodes or the end devices can be either wired or wireless. So this concept of wired or wireless transmission medium we will be covering in the next module when we discuss about topology. So if it is going to be a wired module, then you can either use a coaxial cable, optical fiber, or twisted pair can be used. Whereas if you use a wireless, it can be either an RF medium or some other, what I can say, it's basically RF medium. It's based on the network where you want to form, whether you want to form it in a terrestrial or underwater. So that medium dependent kind of unguided medium can be set up. Okay, so this medium is basically required to carry the information in the signal form from one node to another node, which are being formulated in the network. So there is a illustration diagram indicates that we are trying to make communication between a sender and the receiver. So these both, that is sender as well as receiver, both are actually the end devices. They differ by their functionality. Sender is nothing but an end device which has the capability of generating the data. So this generated data, it want to communicate to the other people. So this is called as a sender. While the receiver is also an end device which has a capability of receiving the data that is being generated by the sender. So now these two information, that is the sender to the receiver, the information exchange is possible by means of a medium, which we call it as a link. And as we discussed in the previous slide, it can be either a guided medium or an unguided medium. Now, we need to really know how the data from the sender can go to the medium. So we need to have some rules has to be formulated in a way to guide how the information has to go. Similarly, rules has to be formulated in a way how to receive the data and process it. for further information interpretation. So now these rules are actually called as protocols. So we define here rules are nothing but they are some format or they are some set of protocols, that a set of rules that has to be taken care when doing some task. So here the sender is doing transmission while the receiver is doing reception. So these two are the different tasks for which different type of protocol has to be followed. So this is a very simple data communication network which is involving only two nodes on a plane. Now the data flow happening in the data communication network can be of two types. One is called simplex, another one is duplex. Simplex is nothing but it is a unidirectional communication, while duplex is bidirectional communication. So duplex can be further divided into half duplex and full duplex. Half duplex enables two-way or bidirectional communication, but at different instant of time, while full duplex is bidirectional at the same instant of time. So this is our data flow. Coming to the connection, how do we connect the nodes or how do we connect the end devices in the network? There are two ways of making the connection. One is called point-to-point connection. Another one is called multi-point connection. So point-to-point connection is nothing but we have two devices. This is a scenario indicating a point-to-point connection in which two devices are directly connected through a link. As I said again, it could be either a wired link or a wireless link. While multi-point is nothing but one to many. So one to multiple points you want to connect. So multiple devices you want to connect. So in this scenario, we have three different devices that are connected to the same center. Okay. So this is the way you can have your connection. Okay. And next, in the subsequent slide, we are going to discuss how this connection can happen, what kind of way it should be connected, which we'll be discussing in the concept of topology. To summarize, we could say we have covered what is the definition of a network, what are the conventional types of network, so what are the components of the network and how they are actually connected, what is the essence of protocol, and what kind of data flow is possible between the network, and what are the ways the connection of the nodes in the network can be made. Thanks for watching and keep updated for more videos. Thank you.